So going on with the Autodesk Forma. So going for the core capabilities, what are the contents we are going to see in our today's webinar? The first one is the Forma offering, and going on to the other workflows like the modeling, design, automation, analysis, and finally with our services and Q&A. So going on uh, further, the Forma, the offerings introduced, like they will be have the options to get started accessing this platform much more easier way from your Autodesk account, which transforms the user experience in a huge set of factors from sun to wind, and also from noise to view. See, with as platform you can access the computational task to the cloud to free up your time, so that what it really matters is you can able to access this platform and use this simulations much more in a faster way. And not only that, you using this platform, you can seamlessly integrate with your Revit platform for transferring your conceptual model into the detailed design. So that is how this works, where it hosted on the cloud platform to create the project. Let us see in detail how this process works, starting from the contextual model. See, when it comes to contextual model, how quickly you can able to create a BIM content in the real time with the contextual conceptual design. And once your design has been created, how to do the design iterations. See, for example, if you are creating a model, you first thing is we want to automate some of the tasks. How do the automation works over here? And not only that, you also have the analysis, how the real-time analysis works out. And as I mentioned earlier, the interoperability, which has the hybrid workflow to integrate with your Autodesk Revit and Forma seamlessly. So let us see in detail one by one. Starting with your contextual modeling, which helps for the rapid setup of your BIM model with the real world context. Let's see how it works. See, once you have started accessing to the platform, you are able to easily set up the new sites and projects anywhere in the world. Feels like a map which will help you to access, like similar to your Google Maps. You can connect to the data providers directly and access the construction data and populate your project with the surrounding buildings, roads, property boundaries, and also it helps you to access the data directly from the Autodesk Forma marketplace. See, automatically you will be getting a 3D contextual data, which is a real-time data with orthophoto, 3D terrain, and also in a much more faster way, which can access it, with using that. So once you have done with that contextual model, you will be doing for the conceptual design. See, the first phase of you to get the terrain data and do the conceptual design over that. See, when you go for designing the conceptual design, once you have the data, you will be able to create the free-form designs, tools like the sketches, 3D sketches, all these things. Once the sketch has been created, you can able to automate the task. That is what we are going to see, how the conceptual design can be created in a much more faster way. Let us see how this works. See, once I say conceptual design, once you got the terrain data, we have tools to create the conceptual design. When I say conceptual design, the design stage can be created in a initial stage where you will be able to create the blocks like volumes of sketches, which can be created like a cubes, and you can also rotate it and modify it as you want. This creates parametric sketches which will help you to see the familiar buildings nearby. It creates not only the surroundings, also it tells you to initial designs from the simple boxes where you have the option which are similar to your format software. You have options to design the shapes and create the parametric buildings and flows. Not only that, you give see metrics which helps you for the later stages of the project. With that metrics, you will see a get a data of it. So this is what the design stage. See, once you got the conceptual design, see, there are many ways to create the conceptual design. What I showed you is a glimpse. Let us see in detail what are the additional tools will be available for creating this conceptual design. So let us start with design tools, what is available in the Forma. See, when I say conceptual design, there are tools starting from creating the a cubic shape like the boxes which you say, or it can be a building or a basic building, or it can be creating a lines, or it can also go for the trees or the areas. Not only that, you have roads, volumes, all these things can be created with the tools which is available from Autodesk Forma. Say for example, we are taking a land parcel here where we will be dividing this land parcel as per our requirement. Considering that I'm creating the surfaces into divided zones, I'm creating a passage with that size limitation. What sizes I want to give, I can directly key in the values in the interface. Once you have completed the sketch, it automatically creates the shapes, and based on that request, like you want to add or subtract. See, currently I want to divide these zones, so let me just subtract this region from that. So currently I'm moving that to the base layer, and I'm trying to delete that. So once I have created that base zones and guess say subtract, it get subtracted from that region. So this is how you can able to create the area like zones where you want to create in a much more quicker way. So once you have done with these zones, later if you want to add some more additional details, like see the surroundings are already been created here. I just showing you the surface how it looks. Consider that I'm going to work in this particular area. We have tools to available that we can create the tool. With the help of these tools, we can just start creating the shapes, or you can also trace the existing shape. So consider that we are going to create a shape with the exact zone what I available. I can give the values accordingly. Once completed the area, we can able to much more make more some details, like the same way how we want to create the other areas. So this, once the sketches is done, this can be replicated in other zones the similar way. So if you want to make some more details, like I want to create a line of buildings or a basic building with the existing shapes, I can just create that shape what I created with the single click of button. It creates that building from the sketch which we have created it. See, this is how you quickly create the conceptual design with the help of the line buildings. Once you have done with that, if you want to create some more additional surfaces or you want to change some more details, that can also be done with the help of the tools available from the Forma. So for example, here they are doing some changes. See, consider that I'm going to create a park inside the middle of my community, so I can change the region, add some more details, like I want to add some trees with the different heights. What are the changes? I can customize this based on my requirement. Since it is a conceptual design, we can just work on or play with it as per your requirement. So this is something which is easily created, a quick conceptual design. Once you have done with this, say for example, these are the buildings which I have created here. The same way I can have a conceptual design for my other shapes. Once you have selected the area, see, consider this one I'm going to do for creating the flows or the zones. I can just specify what is the height of that particular area. So this can be given whether it is residential or commercial, or what type of unit it is. Based on that, it has the metrics where, say for example, if I say these are all my ground floors where I want to give the particular height of my ground floor to a different elevation or a different height, I can just consider that to be given as a different area. So whatever the metrics what is showing here, it's based on the input value we give. Consider this all the remaining areas leaving the basement as commercial, we can able to restrict it. So this is how quickly you can able to create the conceptual design. As per the architects, they mainly use it to create the communities in a much more easier way based on the plot what they have. So there are the examples which I'm showing you here is like where you have residential, commercial buildings, and also you have the hotel buildings where we give different layers, like the one which is showing in residential with a different color code, and when it comes to commercial, and also when it comes to the other areas like hotel. So these are the analytics which you are seeing it here. And if you want to add some more details, like in the width of the building, or you want to create from the inputs or from the sketches, you can create it by doing the details over there in this properties tab. And once you have done with the details, you can just align it based on that. Say for example, here we are trying to create the buildings here, so we can just select that shape, and you can create like a group of blocks together based on the input value what you choose. This will be like a continuous line, you can create it, and this can also be later changed as per the requirement, like as we did for the residential or commercial. which you can also add it. And if you want to add some more sections later the stages, this can also be done. So this is how you are creating it in a different way, which can be created from the sketch or from the blocks. There are different areas. So let us see this. Once you have completed, it gives you a matrix about what is the floor plans, what are the blocks available, what are the different sizes the blocks are being created. It gives you a complete matrix. If you want to add some more changes in the floor plan, you can individually select that floor plan and edit the details. See here what they're doing is I want to add some more detail on the existing floor plan so that I can able to change the layout as per my requirement. So based on that, I can divide the area, which gives you the properties with that area. What is the square feet, square meters, what is available. It gives you quickly. Once you have done with this floor plan, you can just start applying that floor plan to your model. So this is how it creates quickly on that particular area. Once you have completed with this, if you want to add some additional parking layout, see the community is going to have all these details, right? So you can also add some parking layouts. So what type of layouts you want? It's a multi-story or a single layout, which can be created based on that. So you can create this entire sketch in a much more quicker way, which can be customized at later stage. If you want to add different sizes, you can add the different sizes of parking layout, and gives you the entire details like total number of parking spots, you have total how much square of residential, commercial, and everything. See, this is what a quick way of creating your community as much more using this Autodesk Forma. So going on to the automation, see this is where automation, everyone thinks what automation does. See, automation also helps you to do the design or explore or optimize a solution with this Autodesk Forma, which helps to speed up and ease of users. That is what the main thing of going for automation. Let us see what are the automation we can do with the help of Autodesk Forma. See, when it comes to corridors or sections, we can able to streamline parametric design buildings. As we saw before, you can automatically generate the corridors and transportations in your buildings by using the center corridor, or if you want to go for design needs. This is how the designs can be quickly created, as we saw in the earlier video. You can create the center corridor in a much more quicker way. When it comes to floor plan, yes, easily you can able to create in Forma, which helps you to do the design decisions. And also not only that, you can also inform to the design intent. So going on to the analysis, see the analysis, it's also a main important thing. See, as once you have done with the real-time design, you will be moving on to evaluate your design based on the design what you have done. You do the further analysis. So let us go and see what are the analysis can be done using this Autodesk Forma. See, Autodesk Forma performs the real-time analysis where you can create the multiple analysis without losing the model, and you can also continue working. See, this can also run analysis simultaneously with two or different way of model, which can gives you a much more iterative report, and it also helps you to access your computer much more quicker since it has been sending all the calculation to the cloud. You can able to cut the time and takes the processor, which are heavy loads, can be pushed automatically in the cloud. So it helps you to compare and explore the analysis, like say for example, what are the different temperature at the particular zones. And not only that, it also helps you to do that design calculations. So going on to the final one, the interoperability. See, when it comes to interoperability, as I mentioned earlier, it has the hybrid workflow between the Revit and Autodesk Forma, which helps you to transfer the data fluidly between the downstream. Let us see how this process works. So users who are having the Autodesk Revit and AEC collection will have this access where you have the Revit and Forma in the single package. We will be seeing in detail what it products are available. See, once you have access to the Revit platform, you have an add-in where you can able to download that add-in and put it in a Revit to push the model directly from Autodesk Forma. So see, this is the model which we have brought it from Autodesk Forma, where I can able to push the model. So you have options. See this, there is a direct model which you have taken from the Forma using the Revit export option, you can able to export and send it to Revit. Before doing that, we are just downloading the plugin using the same option. Once you have downloaded the plugin, it's a simple installation which will help you to send the model. For sending the model, it always sends the model in a package or like a proposal, we say it here, so which can be exported and send it in the cloud. So once it is sent, it's going to save it in the um, Forma space. Later, once you log into the Autodesk Revit, where you have options to load that proposal. So for loading that proposal, we use the same plugin which we installed by clicking on the load proposal. So once you click on load proposal, where you will have the options to select what are the items you need to be loaded into the Revit. Say for example, here you want to select the floors or doors, whatever the items which are created from the conceptual mass can be loaded into the Revit directly by selecting it here. See, once you have applied the details, you can just click of a button, it loads the proposal from the Forma to the Revit. So this is how the process is done. So you can see that how quickly the model comes. Here you have the options to change the material. Say for example, when I say material, you can able to edit the same topo surface which you bought from Forma inside the Revit by editing it similar to what you do it in the flows or the topo surface inside the Revit. And this can also be generated here. These lines are used directly here from the Revit. So this can be customized. If you want to change the material to different terrain, that can be done. Or if you want to select and edit the individual blocks, that can also be done. Say for example, consider here we are going to work on this generic model. This generic model can be created into a conceptual building which can be used inside the Revit with the details like what is the levels or what is the flows available or what is the height. All these details gives you much more in a detailed way when it comes to Revit. Say for example, as we see here, these are the different levels which shows here. It's not only that, you can also annotate with that details, like say for example, this is having a unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. You can able to tag with that, and also gives you the exact geo coordinate locations of the particular topo surface. Since we are accessing the project data from the map, it gives you the exact coordinate of the particular surface which you have loaded into the Forma. That same coordinate will be accessed here inside the Revit platform. Once you have done with that, you have an additional option like say update proposal, which will update the Forma proposal with the changes inside the Revit platform. So when there is a changes it's happened, you can see that the changes will be updated instantly. And if you want to send it back also, that is also possible. Like say from Forma you have some changes you have done, and that changes again you need to update into the Revit model. You can do that vice versa also. So once you have done with this, this is what the interoperability. This can be done using the plugin by downloading it. But when you want to access the Forma, how to do that? See, you can access the Forma from the Autodesk AEC collection. The users who are already have the Autodesk AEC collection can get access to the Autodesk Forma from their Autodesk account. Once you have assigned with the AEC collection license, once you log into the Autodesk account page, which is your account page where you see the license assigned to you, you have the seen that this is a new product which has been recently launched, this Autodesk Forma, which can be available in your AEC collection package. Or if you search under the all product and services, there also you can get access to the Autodesk Forma. So there is a button say access. This is how you access to the platform. Once you click on this access button, it goes to a new tab where you will be asked to select the data location. See, when it say data location, this is the place where your project is going to be hosted, and you can select which uh, server you need to be hosting your data. Currently the location is available either in US or in Europe. And since this comes along with the AEC collection, you don't want to pay anything additional to host this data. So just you need to select the server where you want to host it and just say next. And next is the selection of your hub name. See, hub is nothing but the account where your project is going to be saved. So this hub can be given with a customized name. It can be your default company name where you can able to host all your projects under that particular hub. So once you have done with that setting the hub, then your Autodesk Forma hub is set it out, and later, as I told you in the initial phase, you can get access to select a project by selecting the map and then start working on your conceptual design. Once you have done with that, you can able to bring back that into the Revit and also do the detailed designing. See, this is how the workflow works for Autodesk Forma. Just start using it. Let me just go on to the service offerings. See, as a company, Image Graphics, we are provide different consulting services, not only related to BIM. We also do services related to design automation and also custom build applications. If you have any requirements on this, you can reach out to us. We do provide services by providing the custom build application or using these programs. So as a implementation services, we also take care about the BIM services where we provide training and related to the Autodesk Construction Cloud. As you already saw, we are an authorized partner in this region where we do provide customers who are working on their existing projects where they can want to use the CD as a platform with the help of the BIM 360 and Autodesk Construction Cloud. This is a previous name of Autodesk Construction Cloud, BIM 360, where you will be storing your data in the project, where you want to create your customized RFI, submittals, checklist, snag list. All these things can be provided as a service from our end. We do provide training for the users and administrators. Not only that, if you want to do some custom integration with your existing system, which can also be done as a service. So with that, I want to show you what are the aggregations we have as company season. This what aggregation does is it's like a certification which has been we need to earn from Autodesk and which will be delivered to our customer. Based on the feedback, we will be aggregated from Autodesk. We do have aggregations based on this our skills, like for the Autodesk services like consulting, implementation, project management, technical product support. Not only that, we do have process accreditations like QA/QC or document management or improved coordinations. And finally, like the aggregations related to the cloud products, as we said, the docs, design or build, Revit, Vault, even manufacturing products like Inventor. These products also we get aggregated.